So, we've seen that nanoparticles are tiny particles containing a few hundred atoms. As a comparison, any sample of a substance that we can see will contain billions of atoms or molecules. For example, 1 gram of diamond, which is made out of carbon atoms, will contain 5 times 10 to the power of 22 carbon atoms. If you remember that 10 to the 22 is 1 followed by 21 zeros, you can see that nanoparticles are much, much smaller. We call larger samples that contain billions of atoms or molecules the bulk material, with the tiny size of nanoparticles giving them a very large surface area to volume ratio when you compare them to the bulk material. The surface area to volume ratio for a substance is just written as the surface area as a ratio to the volume of that substance. And a larger surface area to volume ratio just corresponds to a larger number on the left-hand side of this ratio. The best way to think about this, and also why smaller particles have larger surface area to volume ratio than larger particles, is to look at an example. Here, in this diagram, we have 2 cubes, with the one on the left significantly smaller than the one on the right. Let's start our calculation by giving these cubes some dimensions. The cube on the left-hand side, we're going to give side lengths of 1 nanometer. Then we're going to make our larger cube 10 times larger and therefore give it side lengths of 10 nanometers. So, in order to calculate a surface area to volume ratio for each of these cubes, we need to think about how we calculate both the surface area and the volume for a cube. Let's start with the volume. To find the volume of a cube, you just multiply the height of the cube by the width of the cube by the depth of the cube. As it's a cube, all of these sides will have the same value, and therefore we can calculate the volume of the cube on the left-hand side as 1 nanometer multiplied by 1 nanometer multiplied by 1 nanometer, which is therefore equal to 1 nanometer cubed, or 1 cubic nanometer. The units work in exactly the same way as this had been in centimetres, where the unit of volume would have been centimetres cubed. But how about the right-hand side cube? Again, we work out the volume in exactly the same way. Here, it's 10 nanometres by 10 nanometres.
Hi guys! To continue watching this video and unlock hundreds of other super concise and exam board specific GCSE chemistry and combined science videos, just click on the Snap Revise smiley face. Join me today and together let's make Chemistry at GCSE a walk in the park.